In this tutorial, you will learn how to take any robot CAD model and turn it into a fully working robot inside i6M. Now, i6M is built on NVIDIA Omniverse and is becoming the standard for robotic simulation because of its accuracy, speed, and constant improvements. Usually, robot design begins in CAD, and to simulate a robot properly, i6M needs a URDF, a common robot description file, specifying your robot links, joints, hierarchy, and articulation. However, many CAD to URDF workflows break. That's why we're using OnShape, a free, easy-to-use browser-based CAD tool, which lets us generate a clean URDF through the Robotics Toolkit. Compared to other methods, this workflow seems to be by far the easiest, as it avoids almost all the common errors and gives you a robot that imports smoothly into i6M. I've also covered another similar workflow on my channel, but this one offers way more possibilities, and that's why I asked Arun, a robotics expert, to break it down step by step. It's surprisingly simple. We start by importing a step file into OnShape, define the joints, generate a clean URDF, and bring everything into i6M with proper articulations. I'm really excited for you to learn this, as once you know the process, you can convert any robot you want.
Hello everyone, this video talks about how to use OnShape robotics toolkit to import any of your CAD assembly on OnShape to URDF and then from URDF to i6M. That has a very good documentation page in which it tells you how to install. So if when you want to install it, you would have to do pip install OnShape robotics toolkit. And once you do that, it'll be straightforward if you follow the tutorial, and I would walk you through that. The objective in this video is to just take in any CAD model from any robot brand and make it to a URDF. That's the common problem where you want to work with, say, this robot, which is an Yaskawa GP70L, but there is no already a predefined URDF available, and you just want to make it for your project. And it would be simple, just go to their website and download their CAD model. Once you have the CAD model, you can import it to OnShape and then convert to a URDF. So after downloading it, what you do is you just import, and then here it was in a step file. So you just click this, and once you hit open, it would import everything into OnShape. I've already imported it, but once it gets imported, it'll be in something like this. Once it's imported, you would see the individual components of the assembly, which are the links. You can see the base link, the next one, and so on. So what you would have to do is to create the joints to make sure that how each links are related with each other. So most of the joints are revolute joints in this robot. So what you have to do is you can move these things to see both the faces, and once you have a good view of the faces, you can click one of the face and then click the other face. Once you see that, you can hit play to see is it actually what the rotation you wanted, and you can give the limits. Here it's 180 to plus 180. Once you have that done, you can give OK. So now you have the first joint, and then I'm just going to show you all the other ones which I've already created. I'm going to unsuppress it, and you can see that everything is already joined, as in, so revolute 2, you can see that it's about these two. It's the same way, you have to expose the faces and connect it, and similarly 3 is this, 4 is this guy, 5 is this, and 6 is the flange. So with this, you have created all the joints. Make sure that you have the base as fixed, because this is what the script will use to assign that as the root. If it is not done, it most probably assigns the mid link as the root. So we don't want that to happen. So once this is done, what we're going to do is to go and make a new API key. So you have to go to your account and then go to developer portal, and then here you would have to create a new API key. So you can call it whatever you want, give all the permissions, and then once you hit create, you would get a dialog box which says your API key and a secret key. So once you have that, you can go ahead and start building your Python script to integrate OnShape with your OnShape to robotics toolkit. So in order to get the Python script to work with the OnShape API, what you do is first you create a directory, a root directory called OnShape or URDF or anything else, whatever you want to call. And then inside that, you would first create a .env file. So over here, you would create a .env file and you would copy your OnShape access key and then your OnShape secret key, which you generated in the previous step. Once that is done, what you would do is go ahead and create a source folder, and inside the source folder you would go and use this link. So inside the source folder you're creating the script file, which is basically running every time you want to convert any OnShape assembly to whatever you want. So the way the script file is written is that you import all these libraries which you need, and then this you can give this command to generate logs, and then what you do is you would set a client. You set this client to the name of the key, whatever you did in the previous step, and after that you would create the robot and you would say put it in this format, which you can find it in their documentation. And what you would do is you would call the name your URDF wants to be generated, and then the link to the assembly where you have the assembly. So you just copy that link and you put it over here, and then you name this client as client, and you would use user defined root to true, because here you want the base to be the root. You don't want it to assume anything else. This gives a better control of where the root is, and that's what you need to do for this case. And once that's done, you can give these functions for generating a JSON file, and then this is to generate the graph node, and this is to generate the URDF. So these are additional tools, but probably you would need to do this to get your URDF. Once you run this file, you would get your URDF over here. So you can see here that I have already got my URDF over here. So you see this is the whole URDF it generated. And also it gives you an image of how this whole thing is linked. This is the case if you don't specify the root, user defined root as true, you will get something else. You won't have base as the root. So when you give user defined root as true, then you would have something like this, which is correct, because you want the base to be at the first, and then you don't want any multiple linkages. You just want a straight line here. So it's pretty useful if you have more complicated assemblies to see how your URDF is linked. So once that's done, your main URDF is over here. Whatever you named it, you'll see it under that name. And you would also see all the mesh which is associated with the CAD model is already, it just automatically exports it from OnShape and places it in this mesh folder. So that's pretty cool. And here you can see the whole URDF structure automatically generated for you. Now we have the URDF. What we can do is we can go ahead and import it. To import it, first we create a new stage. Let's create a new stage, and under that let's create a flat grid so that we can place a robot on top of that. Once that's done, we go ahead and import what we created. So this is the URDF we created, and in this there are a couple of options you need to click. You make sure create in stage, and then it's a static base. You leave the default density to 0 because you have already set the material on OnShape, and then you can set this to stiffness because it'll give more control in terms of position, and then you can probably set it to a high value. In this way it kind of gives more control. So whenever you have higher stiffness, it gives you a better control of the position, and a lower damping would make sure that it's not vibrating too much. So let's give this extremely low, and once that's done you can go ahead and import it. You can see that the URDF is imported. So once you have a URDF imported, you want to test its joints. So you want to see if it is able to move as it requires. First you need to set an articulation root. Make sure you set the base as the articulation root. Here you can go click here and make this as an articulation root. Once that is done, you would go to joints. You would basically click the base and click the world so that you can fix it to the ground. So you can go here and physics join and fixed value. So now you have created a fixed join, which will make sure that the base doesn't move a lot. So if I give play, it kind of moves, but it's too loose. So the reason is the stiffness is not enough. So you can go down, and also the force is important. So you want to have it unlimited force so that it can make sure that it can apply force to get that stiffness damping. So if you hit play now, it'll be pretty solid. And in order to start moving the joints and testing it out, what you can do is go to tools, physics, and physics inspector, and here you can hit the base view. That's the first joint, and now when you move it, you can see that each of the joints can be moved and they are not vibrating a lot. But in order to minimize the vibration and things like that, you should try to tune your stiffness and damping to get that straight. But that's it. If you have got till this point, you are able to now import any CAD assembly, any robot you want from OnShape to Isaacson. OnShape is a pretty useful tool because you can take CAD of any format and you can just upload it there, and then you can use this Python script or the toolkit, OnShape robotics toolkit, to get it from there to your Isaacson and start doing any digital twin aspect or reinforcement learning, whatever you want to do using that CAD model.
If you have found this video helpful and want to see more, make sure to subscribe and like the video. Also, a huge thanks to my Patreon supporters. Your support really means a lot.